Hey friends, it's Jackeline here. In today's video, I'm going to be trying the hottest new makeup at Sephora. I have in this bag right here the new Patrick Ta Rose eyeshadow palette. I do have the new SAIE blushes, the new Rare Beauty Tinted Moisturizer, the new TATCHA sunscreen, as well as the new Rose Ink lipsticks and much more. So if you want to see how I achieve this spring makeup look, then just keep on watching. The Sephora Spring Savings event has started for those who are Rouge members, but don't you worry, because if you are a VIV, you get to shop tomorrow, Tuesday, April 5th, and you get 15% off. And if you are an insider, starting from April 7th, you get 10% off, and all tiers. You get to shop all the way through the 11th. You can use your code as many times as you want to. You can shop online, you can shop in a store, you can shop through your app and have your items be delivered at your home, or you can pick them up in a store, however you want to. And I think this is the perfect time to honestly replenish the things that you are going to be using the most, whether it's moisturizer, any skincare, shampoo, conditioner, things along those lines, a brow product. But also it's fun to try the new makeup, try to see, what is new, what is exciting. If something has been grabbing your attention and you have been waiting to get any type of discount, this is the perfect time. So you may have already seen my part 1 of my Sephora haul, because yes, I have done some damage. But then I received a little notification on my phone, cling, cling, and I'm like, oh my gosh, there is a package. And then when I open my door, here's the box. This is the box that I was telling you that I decided to do expedite shipping. Not expedite shipping, actually overnight shipping, and that it was taking a little bit longer. Perhaps I was just a little bit too anxious about it. So we're going to be trying all these products right here. And you know what? I think I didn't show you on my haul that I picked up this AMIKA Jumbo Perk Up Dry Shampoo. And I washed my hair yesterday, and I usually apply a little bit of dry shampoo on the roots, but you know what? I think my heater was too high up, so I feel like I need a little bit more. And I really love this dry shampoo from AMIKA, and this is the jumbo size. This is a limited edition size. I love this one, and I really love the Sol de Janeiro one. So I really like that it doesn't leave white cast. Mostly if you have dark hair, you don't want that white cast. And let me first tell you what are we going to be trying today. The Patrick Ta Major Dimension #2 eyeshadow palette, which is a rose palette. Then the new TATCHA, the Silk Sunscreen. I went ahead and picked up the Tom Ford Traceless Soft Matte Primer. You know that I had been living out of these little sample size, so finally I picked up a full bottle of it. Then the new Givenchy Rose Perfecto Liquid Balm, as well as the 2 new shades of the SAIE blushes. And also from SAIE, I picked up the bronzer in the shade medium. By the way, I will be leaving all the details of the sale, the products that I will be using today. Everything will be on the description box below for your convenience. And do not get discouraged if you see some of the products sold out online. Always check on your store, in your app. You can check it, and you can, frequently check back, because they constantly replenish things online too, and sometimes things come in stock again and so forth. And then I went ahead and picked up another one of the WESTMAN ATELIER Super Loaded Tinted Highlighter, and this one here is in Peau de Rosé. You know that I love my Peau de Pêche, and I'm like, okay, let me just try this one right here. I also picked up the Rare Beauty Positive Light Tinted Moisturizer, and then I got a ton of lip products too. The new Rose Ink Satin Lip Colors. These are new lipsticks from the line. I got them in 2 different shades. And I actually picked up also the new Gucci liquid lipstick, as well as the liquid liner from Gucci, but I don't think it's gonna arrive today. Who knows? Maybe while I'm making this video, it ends up showing up. If not, we will see from there. Okay, let's go ahead and apply sunscreen. So this is the new TATCHA, the Silk Sunscreen with broad spectrum SPF 50, and it actually has niacinamide and hyaluronic acid. This is also a mineral sunscreen, and it does have as an active ingredient zinc oxide 10%. And a lot of people are under the impression that it comes very little amount because of the type of packaging, but actually it comes the same amount. Say for example, if you have the Glow Screen by Supergoop, this one right here has 1.7 fluid ounces and is the same amount that you receive on the TATCHA one. So that's that. And it's very, very liquidy. In fact, it reminds me quite a bit to my Chantecaille sunscreen. It's, you hear that same liquidy? This one is kind of the same thing. Okay, let's go ahead and use it. See, like, has a runny consistency. And it does have what it seems to be a tint, but it's not really a tint. You'll see when I apply it that it will start disappearing. Okay, so I want you to pay attention right here. This is just when I apply it, and this is how the skin is actually absorbing the product. And I feel it is moisturizing. In fact, more than moisturizing, I feel like it's hydrating. I should use that word. It's very soft and it feels very gentle on your skin. And now for the lips, let's go to the Givenchy Rose Perfecto Liquid Balm. And I got it in the shade 110 Milky Nude. Looks very pretty. Here's the dot applicator. It does have kind of like a rosy kind of scent, like the name says it. Okay, it does have a nice tint to it. It's a nudie shade. I usually do not use a lip balm that has color before going with the rest of my makeup, but we're here, so let's just try it on camera. It feels a little bit on the thicker consistency, and it does have a good amount of pigment. It does have a good amount of pigment, and it's supposed to give you 24 hours of hydration, immediate plumping effect, soothe and moisturize lips day after day. That's what it says right here. I don't know if I'm feeling a little bit of a cooling sensation. I think I am feeling it right now. I first didn't thought that I was, but it's not plumping sensation, that tingling and that it will hurt you, nothing like that. Okay, I'm gonna go with my Tom Ford Traceless Soft Matte Primer, and because I'm gonna be trying a new tinted moisturizer, I don't want to apply these all over my face. If you're new here, welcome to my channel. I am on my 4th floor. I'm 42 years old. I do have fine lines and large pores on this area right here. Most of my face is dry, with the exception of this area right here that is more a little bit normal combination depending on the weather, and this is where I have the most damage from the sun, a little bit more redness right here in the enlarged pores. So what I like to do with this primer is I like to just use it on my enlarged pores, but I'm just going to use it today right here, so that way I can see what the tinted moisturizer does for me. And I have included this primer on my favorites for the past 2 months because it's very perfecting. It does mattify slightly your complexion, but it just creates a very soft canvas to work with. It's really, really a beautiful, beautiful primer from Tom Ford. Okay, now let's go with the new Rare Beauty Positive Light Tinted Moisturizer. And this has a broad spectrum SPF of 20. That's nice. It says it is a weightless tinted moisturizer that instantly blurs and hydrates the skin with light to medium coverage and natural finish. So there you have it. And the shade range is really inclusive. As far as active ingredients right here for the sunscreen part, it has titanium dioxide and zinc oxide. And then other ingredients right here, it does have water, dimethicone, and also Gardenia Florida fruit extract. Okay, let's go ahead and take a look at the packaging. Really, really nice. It does have actually a expiration date back here. It says expires October of 2023. So that's good that it has an exact day of expiration. And then another thing to note is that Rare Beauty, they like to do the packaging in a way that is very easy to grab and twist. So I assume you can put just your finger right here, your other finger right here, and you see, like, you can open it with easy. The packaging kind of reminds me a little bit to the MAC Base and Body Foundation. And then as far as consistency goes, it's, it's not super liquidy. It runs a little, but not too much. And I was able to try it in the store. The only thing that I have noticed with Rare Beauty, also on their first launch of base products, is that it runs a little bit more on the yellow side, even the neutral tones. I don't know if it's just me, but that's how I feel. So I'm going to be using that Sephora number 56 brush. This is an excellent brush to apply foundation, and all the Sephora collection, brushes, makeup, everything that is part of the Sephora collection is right now 30% off. All of it. You don't need a code, nothing. If you are shopping the sale, you're an insider, doesn't matter your tier, you can shop the Sephora, again, collection for 30% off. Okay. You know, it doesn't look super luminous. It does have actually more of like a natural kind of finish. And I do have a ton of freckles. So I will have to say that this, to me, is a light to medium coverage. We're going to see on the other side how it looks on the enlarged pores too. It does have a pretty finish. I don't feel I need to really build up. Perhaps just a little bit right here where I have my redness, but with a tiny amount. And now for brows, I'm gonna go to my Gucci brow pencil, and this one right here is the one that has more of like a powder type of finish. And yes, I don't know if I have mentioned it at the beginning or not, but I have the new Gucci liquid lipsticks and also the black liquid eyeliner. I'm excited to try them. To set my brows, I'm going with my Patrick Ta Major Brow Laminating Gel. And I actually do not like to really laminate my brows. I just like them to be, a little bit more comb, but that's pretty much it. For concealer, I was completely done with my Kosas Revealer Concealer, so I picked up another one. And this time around, I picked it up in a different shade. This is the shade 6.2N. I'm going to be using my Permagraph brush to spread the product. This is a really good brush to spread the concealer and really get on the crevices. And now I'm going to go with the new Dior Backstage Concealer. And this one, I have tried it a couple weeks ago, and I got a shade too light, but I'm thinking that this could be a really good concealer to brighten up a little bit, the areas. Just a tiny bit. And it's also very, very lightweight, super lightweight. I also got a backup of my Dior Backstage Face and Body Powder No Powder in the shade 2N. This one right here. I do have in my collection the shade 3N too. And I needed a backup of this one, so. And I'm going to use my Hourglass double-ended brush. I'm just setting the under eye area because I'm going to go with some cream products. Okay. I love this setting powder. It's so good and so forgiving under the eyes. Okay, this is perfect. For bronzer, I picked up the SAIE bronzer. They say that this is a dupe of the Soleil Teint de Chanel. And you know, my friends, that I always have my Soleil Teint de Chanel with me. Always. Doesn't fail. And I'm just curious. Honestly, I'm not trying to find a dupe for my Chanel one, but I feel like I had been really impressed with the brand SAIE and their blushes that I really wanted to give this one a try, a little go right here. So I'm going to go with this Patrick Ta for contour brush. Although I'm not contouring, let me just feel the texture. Okay, this one to me seems a little bit more emollient than the one from Chanel, just a tiny bit. It does have plenty of pigment. And it spreads so evenly and so easy too. And now let's go for the exciting part right here. And this is the new Patrick Ta Major Dimension 2 eyeshadow palette. This is the Rose palette. I mean, it doesn't say anywhere right here that it's the Rose palette, but I think I want to call it like that because this is kind of like a version of a Pillow Talk palette. And here you have it. There you go. So pretty. Sorry, you're gonna, it's so reflective. Hi, camera. How are you? There you have it. And I like that this time around he did a little bit of kind of like he framed it just a little bit, which it just differentiates a little if you have them flat, you know, the first eyeshadow palette and then this one. This is gonna be kind of like your way to distinguish it right away. And then here are the gorgeous shades. Oh my goodness. As per usual, you're gonna get 2 cream eyeshadows. Beautiful. I'm gonna go ahead and swatch it. First row and then second row. Loyal, Affair, Desire, Last. Ooh, look at that shade. It's kind of like a duochrome. From sides you see that it's pink. From sides it looks like it's kind of like a antique gold. Romance, Adore, Unfaithful, Heartache, Passion, Devotion, Amour, and Crush. There you have all the shades. It's so beautiful. Wow. Such beautiful tones in this palette. Okay, BK Beauty 203 brush, and let's go to the cream shade first. Wow. That has so much pigment. I was like, oh my gosh. I'm gonna go with my Refer number 15 brush, and I'm gonna go to this matte shade. Now I want to mention that Refer is having right now a sale of 40% off site-wide, and they have all their brushes. Absolutely everything is back in stock. So I will be leaving my link on the description box as well if you are in need of natural hair bristle brushes too. Well, the pigment on these eyeshadows is incredible. Refer 01 brush and the shade Devotion. And I'm just going to apply it on the outer V. Just going to deepen it out. Smith 253 brush and the shade Last. And I'm going to apply this shade right on the middle of the eyelid. Wow, what a dreamy shade. Ooh. Smith 253 brush. And I'm going to the shade Adore. And I'm going to apply this shade from the inner third of the eyelid until it meets with that other pink shade. Refer 02 brush and the shade Desire. And I'm just gonna take this shade and apply it on the outer third. You know, just for curiosity, let's go to the deepest shade. And I don't know, this is getting very deep, but let's just try it a little. Okay, that created a lot of dimension. That's very pretty. Refer 27 brush, and let's go with the lightest shade. And I'm just gonna buff the edges. Refer 28 brush. I'm going to go to this matte shade. I don't want to sound repetitive, but there's a lot of pigment on these eyeshadows, so you're gonna need to tap them for sure. Placing them on the lower lash line. Refer 29 brush, and I'm gonna go to the deepest matte shade. And I'm just applying it very close to the lower lash line. Refer 03 brush, and let's go to the lightest matte shade. And I'm taking the shade and applying it on my inner corners and also on the brow bone. For liner, and because the Gucci eyeliner hasn't arrived to my home yet, let's go with the Benefit, what's it called? Roller liner in the shade Brown. This is not even my second one. I had many of these ones right here, but that other one right there was already drying, so got a new one, got a backup. I'm just gonna line my upper lash line and create kind of like a mini wing. Charlotte Tilbury Mesmerizing Maroon, and I'm gonna go with the deepest shade and applying it on my waterline. And you may be wondering, are you gonna review the new Pillow Talk Dream Collection? Yes, I am, and I'm just patiently waiting for it because that's another thing from another store that I actually paid overnight shipping, and it's arriving after 4 days. I know that right now transit is crazy, but oh my gosh, I'm wondering if I had paid the same, like perhaps I would have received it at the same time. It's gonna be using my By Beauty mascara. This will give me plenty of volume. And then this is what I'm looking for on this eye look that is a little bit more dramatic, for at least what I go for in daily basis. Eyeshadow look is done, and now let's go into blush. I went ahead and picked up the new shades of the SAIE Dew blushes. The shades are chili and spicy, and let me just show it to you. So here I have chili, and I think this is the one that I'm gonna use because, you know, it's a pinky tone, a muted pink. And this you just need a very little amount. And then let me show you the shade Spicy, which I think it's gonna be amazing for summertime. Look at this shade. Oh, it looks so much fun. Just gonna put a little bit right here. A little goes a long way with these blushes from SAIE. Oh, that's so pretty. Look at that. That is chili, and here is, oh, that's a spicy. Wow. Both look like fun. Okay, let's go first with chili. I'm just gonna apply. Perhaps that's even just a little too much. And I'm gonna be using my same Sephora brush, number 56. Ooh, did I apply too much? Hopefully not. But this is the beauty about these blushes from SAIE. They are so, like, look at that. So easy to blend. Zero fuss. They're so good. You know, I'm very curious. I still have a little bit, and this is still a little bit wet. I'm just gonna go ahead and use a little bit of the shade Spicy, and I'm just gonna put it, you know, up top. I always like to drape my blush and create kind of like a more defined, lifted look. So why not? Wow. Oof. Too good to be truth. Too good to be truth. I love it. Okay, just gonna right there. Perfect. Perfect. Beautiful shades from SAIE. I have been missing now, and I'm just so happy that I started to try on this brand because, wow. Okay, and now I picked up another of the WESTMAN ATELIER super loaded tinted highlighters. I do have it in Peau de Pêche, which is, oh, a love of mine. I have it right here. They are super heavyweight. Super heavyweight. So this one right here is Peau de Pêche, and you may say, wow, that is really dark, and it seems like, but it actually melts into the skin and it gives the most beautiful glow that looks actually natural. And I do have a light to medium skin tone, so let me show you the one that I got, which is Peau de Rose, and it comes in this little pouch. The packaging is pretty much the same. The main difference is Peau de Rose, it has a gold trim, while Peau de Pêche has a silver trim. And I know there's a third one. Pretty sure there's a third one that is kind of like a golden tone, and I may end up getting it. Not, maybe not on this sale, but I will wait. But this is Peau de Rose. So pretty. Let me swatch it. Ooh, this is so beautiful. That is Peau de Rose. And honestly, I like to apply these ones with my fingers. So let's go for it. A total wet look. Look at that. All the highlighters from WESTMAN ATELIER. The lid highlighter, the one that comes in the little tube, that is also gorgeous. My goodness me. Okay, and I want to remove first this Givenchy lip balm. I have to tell you that it has kind of like not a minty flavor, but kind of that cooling sensation, but nothing. I mean, I have tried plumping products, many of them, and this is nothing that you will feel like, oh, this is super plumping, but it is very, very nourishing to the lips. It really feels like it's comforting your lips and really protecting them. Really beautiful. So let me just take it off really quick. And then not too long ago, I tried the Natasha Denona lip crayons. And I know this is not new. The new ones are the new ones. The new ones are the new ones, the ones from the Rose collection. But I also picked up this other shade, Ilona. I had been eyeing also Julia, but I haven't seen it back in stock just yet. So I think I'm going to use Ilona today and see how this goes. Ooh, that's a pretty shade. It does have a little bit of a pink undertone. It's a nudie shade, but it does have a little bit of pink, which I think it's going to be perfect. Okay, let's go ahead and use this. This shade is very close to my lip tone. Very, very close. And then I picked up the new Rose Ink Satin Lip Colors. These are rich, refillable lipsticks, and they come in different shades. I went ahead and picked up the shade Poetic and Intuitive. Oh, this is a pretty shade. This is the shade Poetic. In the palette, honestly, it kind of looks a little bit... Yeah, it does have some pink, but it's kind of like a warm pink. It's a pretty shade. And let me show you Intuitive. And I'm sorry, I think I didn't let you appreciate the packaging, but very, you know, like soft. These are magnetized. And here's the shade Intuitive. Ooh, I like this shade. It's so pretty. Kind of mauvey. I think I'm gonna go with this one. I'm gonna go with one of my favorite glosses at the moment. It is by Tom Ford, In the Bath. And for the fragrance of the day, I'm gonna be using Tom Ford Rose d'Amalfi, and I'm waiting for my fragrance because I went ahead and purchased it separately from my first online order because I knew it was gonna, you know, I didn't want to delay things. So it's coming, and I bought the big size just to let you know. So I'm still using my little size right here. But if you don't know Rose d'Amalfi, I have done a full review on the Rose collection from Tom Ford. Basically, it is just such a beautiful fragrance of not only roses, but it does have heliotrope in it. It does smell kind of like, imagine a rose macaroon with a little bit of powdered sugar on top. That, you know, like almondy scent with the rose. It just smells so good. So anyhow, friends, I promise you I will share with you as soon as it arrives because I'm just super excited because this is one of the perfect fragrances for springtime. And let's go into the makeup right here. I have to tell you that I love how my makeup. I will be leaving on the comment section down below a little follow-up in regards to Tinted Moisturizer, but I have to say that it's not like super shiny, super glowy. It has more of like a natural finish. It's very thin in consistency. And I have to say that this Tinted Moisturizer, it didn't emphasize my enlarged pores. Definitely, they look a little bit more diminished with the Tom Ford primer, but without any primer, it doesn't show. Like my enlarged pores, they don't look enlarged. And as far as the bronzer goes, exquisite bronzer. I'm so impressed how it melted on the skin, how easy it was to blend. Very, very excited for it. Beautiful shade too. Love the blushes from SAIE. Amazing. You saw me like you need a very little amount, and you saw how easy it was to spread. Stunning. Going into the eyeshadow palette. Wow, Patrick Tam did it again. A gorgeous eyeshadow palette. If you are into these rosy pinky tones, if you like kind of like the pillow talk kind of, you know, line, you're gonna love these. These ones are different from Pillow Talk from Charlotte Tilbury in the sense that these shades, both the matte and the shimmer shades, they pack a punch. And in fact, I see that they have so much pigmentation that go lightly, because if you're gonna go with too much, first of all, the matte shades, they have a little bit of kickback. You know, you want to work it with little amount of product because they really give you a lot of pigment. And honestly, even the shade in the middle, it kind of reminds me a little bit to a Pat McGrath eyeshadow, that it has so much radiance, it's not chunky, there's no fallout. It looks just so good. Oh, it looks just stunning, and perfect for springtime too. And then as far as the concealer goes, you know that I love my Cosas concealer, is my second bottle. And then as far as this Dior Backstage concealer, I have too light of a shade, and I really like it how, you know, it kind of brighten it up a little bit. My under eye area after applying the Cosas concealer is very thin in consistency, and therefore you can layer it without feeling that it's going to start gathering on the fine lines. And lip liner, love the lip liners from Natasha Denona. She has done an amazing job. Lipstick. Okay, first to start with the lip balm by Givenchy. Very nourishing, moisturizing, and left my lips prep for, you know, the next step. As far as the Rose Ink lipsticks, very beautiful, very comfortable, but they are not your typical satin lipsticks. They are a little bit more of like kind of like a natural finish, that where they are not matte and they are not a true satin. They are not super shiny, and they are not too creamy either. So really beautiful and full opacity as well. And then my lip gloss is a lip gloss that I even recommended on my Sephora recommendations. Absolutely in love with that. And then as far as the Dior Backstage setting powder, it is amazing. It leaves your skin like silk. It's just so stunning. And oh my gosh, I almost forgot to tell you about the WESTMAN ATELIER Peau de Rose. This highlighter, divine, exquisite. So beautiful. So happy that I got it on my collection. Okay, my friends, and now I would love to know from you, have you picked up any of these products from the Sephora Spring Savings event? Which products do you think they will end up coming home with you? I want to say once again thank you to all of you, my friends, who have left a testimonial, because if you don't know, I applied to become a Sephora Squad member. So if you have left me a testimonial, thank you so much. And if you feel inclined to leave me a testimonial, I will also be leaving that link on the description box below. Okay, my friends, let's continue the conversation on the comment section down below. And while you're at it, and if you haven't done so yet, I want to invite you to subscribe to my channel. Make sure you ring that post notification bell so you don't miss any of my uploads, and come and follow me on my Instagram. If you like this video, do not forget to give it a thumbs up. Also, share it with family and friends. And until the next time, I hope you have a beautiful, wonderful day. Bye-bye.